So prayer comprised of these 5 important essential elements. My dear brothers and sisters, while traveling in a train, I happened to meet a family, the parents and 2 children. I introduced myself that I'm a priest. To that, the couple said they were happy to meet me, but then they said they are atheists. They do not believe in God and they do not pray. And they have left it as an option for their children whether to believe or whether to pray. My dear brothers and sisters, in today's Gospel, taken from St. John's Gospel, chapter 16, verse 21, we find a model for prayer. A woman's prayer is a model for prayer. While talking to the couple, I asked the lady whether she had ever prayed. And she said as a child she had prayed. But once she was convinced that there is no God and she stopped believing in God, she stopped praying to God. So I began a conversation about her child, the eldest child, the girl child. And I asked her when she had been pregnant and when she had been expecting her eldest child, the daughter, did she ever pray? She recalled for a few minutes and then she said, just a few days before her childbirth, before the delivery, she prayed. She began to feel the need to pray. She began to feel a dependency on a being, a supreme being. You may call it God. And she also began to feel the need for an assistance. A human assistance is not sufficient. And so she said, a few days before giving birth to her child, she began to pray fervently. And so while analyzing, she began to say she felt dependent on God. She felt the need to pray. She felt that she wanted to pray for a healthy child. And she also felt that only God can be of help and assistance in giving birth to a healthy child. And so she earnestly prayed. And after the child was born, she was so happy. And then she said she stopped praying again. My dear brothers and sisters, if we analyze what are the essential requirements for prayer, we find a woman during the childbirth, during the time of delivery, she spends the time in meaningful prayer. She is dependent on God. She has faith in God. She wants to pray because there is a need for her. And then she receives the prayers being answered. She receives the blessings. So prayer comprised of these 5 important essential elements. So let us pray to God with faith. Let us pray to God with dependency. Let us pray to God because we want to pray. Let us pray to God because we need to pray. And let us pray to God that God may be with us, blessing and guiding us. Amen.